Hello, Jack right over here for another Dota review. And how I actually think about this type of reviews, right? It's more of like on the spot, right? I think of the idea, the hot take that I have, right, at this current moment as compared to the previous idea that I thought of, which is that I need to think of my idea and what I want to talk about on the video itself. Like basically I prepare and then make a preparation on what I want to talk about before I actually speak about the stuff. That's how I actually think about it whenever I put the video right over here. But I have come to this point whereby I think that what I want to do is basically me doing the prep work, doing the thinking, like on the spot right over here, and then giving you a very genuine, very unique my hot takes onto the games itself. So basically played 2 games of carry and then the other 4 games of supports. You know, like I lose a bunch of games and I don't want to be so hot onto the games itself. Like I'm looking towards getting myself into this shoe whereby I want to be very hot onto the things that I want to produce. I actually don't really know what I'm saying. You know that. Basically, I just don't really want to give a fuck about the losses, and instead, I want to focus more onto the growth of my games itself. I don't know what makes me become more efficient and effective in my thinking, in the sense that I can grow much more faster. I think that ranking doesn't matter. I think MMR doesn't matter, and we do not need to take a singular micro game, one singular moment of loss, one singular moment of a game that causes the whole game to lose. I don't want to be so hot onto that, you know what I mean? I like to look at more of a macro picture, like saying things that we can actually very easily fixable kind of a stuff. And like I can imagine myself like thinking about like, okay, say I lose a game and then it was all because of like one micro bad decision that causes us to lose the whole game as a whole, and then everyone is so hot onto that micro loss. It's just not visible, it's not efficient, it's not effective in reflecting in the micro moment that you lost that kind of attention, that kind of quickness in thinking, in not thinking that thing. I think that's pretty ridiculous. If that's the case, you're setting yourself up into a very easy game for you to lose, because you miss one micro moment and then your whole strategy will fall apart. I think way before that, let's take a step back and look at, was it the strategy that is faulty, whereby you set this strategy up that with one micro indecisive moment you can cause the whole game. I think that strategy as a whole is faulty. Why not look at the micro decision, micro indecisive moment, and let's look at your strategy. Let's look at your strategy as a whole. Was that the issue? Was that actually the real issue that we want to look at. That's how I actually think about it. I think that being able to like improve, like setting myself up with players who have the same concept to do the correct moves to set up for ourselves for our own personal growth. I think that's super duper important. Like each of us have our own goal, have our own like things that we want to talk about, things that we want to grow, mistakes that we are able to admit. I think that is super duper important. I think that me as a person, right, the bad thing about me is that, right, that I will be so hot onto certain things that doesn't even matter, that I drain out my whole energy. And then later on, right, I will then start to like process, and at that point of time I don't have the energy to think anymore. Like I don't really have the energy to think about stuff for myself to grow as a player. Basically, I will become like super inefficient, I will be super ineffective, my brain cannot function properly. It feels like I'm stuck. Why? Because that previously, right, I gossip about other people, I talk shit about other people, I didn't look at the possibilities, I shit on other people, I shit on myself, I just talk shit, and then I spend so much energy on talking shit that doesn't even matter, right? Then at the end of the day, right, when I want to start to think more efficiently, think more effectively, think about the possibilities, think about the future, and then at that point of time, right, I lose my momentum because I stop by to talk shit, and it breaks the momentum. That's the first thing. At the same time, it uses up my energy to think efficiently, spoils my momentum, waste my time talking about things that do not even matter. I think that is super duper hot. Or what I actually want to talk about. I think that there are lots of stuff for me to work on, like a lot of stuff for me to type in stuff, do stuff. I think it will get tiring. It will definitely get tiring and all. And yeah, man. So let me jump to the last game, which is the Phantom Dancer game. I think that my hottest take was that we were playing way too passive, not much of a shot caller, making calls, and me playing as a carry, not confident enough of what am I capable of, or what are the things that I can actually do to my enemy team, that I was just playing not to lose. And right now I just want to think of being active, thinking of what I can actually do and make plays happen, and be very confident with my plays and all, and trust that my team will pack the fuck out of me, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm just gonna play super aggressive, super aggro whenever I play core heroes. So that's how I actually think about it. And yeah, man, that's it for this video. And I'm just gonna title it that this whole video as a whole as being wanting to improve, always wanting to improve. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Maybe looking at more aspects of the game. Dota. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Peace out, guys.